Mr. Chairman, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the opposing team, I would like to begin by addressing.
It's time to start debating, listening, understanding, caring, and to stop daydreaming. Let's not be put off by all the fake news and misinformation. Fact finding, respecting all that helps elevate the abomination. Sure, we could do the safe subjects and avoid that learning, but listen to the experts, and that'll be the end to all the slouching, smirking, and brainwashing. Time to join students from around the world. Raise your arguments, not your voice, because brothers and sisters, this is your choice. Time to debate hard-hitting subjects with virtual classmates. Boys and girls, this is not the time to be circumspect, but it's sign up with the Mock Court Case Project. Closing submissions, Mr. Chairman.
What's ethical? What I think's ethical might be different to what you think's ethical. It depends on our history, depends on our values, depends on our experiences, depends on the way the law affects us, depends on the way we understand the law. What's ethical? Ethical is all different kinds of things. Depends if you're Christian or Jewish or atheist or Muslim or Sikh or Hindu. Depends if you're, believe in the flying spaghetti monster. Depends if it could be anything. Ethics come from all different places.
I hope I have shown you that judicial independence is vital in a democratic society such as ours here in Scotland. It's necessary for the making of decisions based on law and the facts in the case, rather than personal beliefs or bias.
Rather that whatever independent authority is given to the judges and the courts rests on something else.
The public cannot and the public will not have confidence in the justice system. You ought to support and defend the principle that judges need to be independent, and especially independent from the executive.
A judge doesn't need to worry about annoying the police. A judge doesn't need to worry about annoying politicians or about annoying the Daily Mail. They can come to what they think is the right decision. That increases respect for the legal system, and it also prevents governments, politicians, state, police, prosecutors, whoever, from overreach, from going too far. Because if they go too far, there's a judge that they cannot touch who will stop them from doing so.
They've got enormous power. And I would ask you to consider, is it a good thing that anybody can exercise all these powers over you and me and our friends and family without proper accountability? In other words, without having to explain or justify their decisions.
Gentlemen of the floor, we, the affirmative team, are here to advocate for nothing but safeguarding the rule of law.
If the governments are able to influence judges, then they effectively place themselves above the law. And we all know, no one is above the law, not me, not you, not the President of America.
In an era of a raging democracy, the entire premises and fundamentals of democracy is liberty.
That the judiciary should in fact be independent from the government. Thank you.
Today, we are going to argue that everything that judicial independence seeks to achieve is not being fulfilled in a present real-world context.
Effective way of having an accountable judiciary should be to have some sort of supervising body, and this therefore helps uplift a more democratic society. Now, it must surely be our own government. In a democracy, the government is led by you, by me, and it is accountable to us.
This is why we need an oversight mechanism appointed and constructed by citizens, which again leads to democracy.
People should feel like their voices are being heard in both a legislative context and to a reasonable extent in a judiciary context.
Judges play that role of interpretation, and it is important that their interpretation should be checked on and regulated.
You know, you came in saying this is our position, this is why we think it, here's the evidence. So it was really clear. You all spoke really confidently. It didn't sound like you were reading off notes or anything. So came really confident attitude, and you should be really proud of yourself. So thank you very much for joining today, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well.
Good evening and welcome to the awards ceremony for the debate on should the judiciary be independent of government. My role here as the chairman of the Board of Trustees is to say thank you to all those who helped make this debate program, which was a trial debate program, possible. So first of all, my thanks go to the staff and the schools that enabled the students to take part, and indeed to you, the students as well, who took part. I'd also like to say thank you to the lecturers in this debate. Sheriff Susan Craig, Paul Cruikshank, David Dixon, Ivor Ostovic, Lauren Peck, and Andrew Stevenson, all who gave very compelling reasons, whether they believed them or not, in terms of the debate. Which then raises the question, why are we trialing this debate? This is not set up for the purist who wants to join a debating club. Indeed, there are many organizations that run such debating clubs throughout the world. We're not trying to compete with them. What we're trying to do is to encourage critical thinking and understanding. And by providing a level of education prior to the actual debate. So with this debate and indeed the plastics debate, we've introduced lecturers who will present ideas to you to enable you to think about what other people's points of view may be. So for example, in the plastics debate, if it was, should we rid the world of plastic bags, it would be an overwhelming yes. Or should we recycle better? Obviously, it's going to be yes. But by posing the question that we did, it enables us to think about plastics overall, not only in terms of the waste, but in terms of the practicality of plastics. So, for example, Dr. Marshall Garrett mentioned the advancements of medicine down to plastics. For example, the see-through bandages, which enabled medics to see a wound healing without actually having to remove the bandage itself. And again, in terms of the judiciary, what we thought would be a fairly open and closed debate had a whole raft of arguments both for and against. So enabled you, the student, to learn and understand differing views as we go across differing jurisdictions. I also have to thank also the judges and the administration staff that were behind it. Now, you saw a list of some, I think, 20 odd judges that gave it their time voluntarily to hear your debates. And behind that, of course, we've got a team of administrators who give up their time also to try and make sure the debates run as smoothly as they possibly can. Going forward, following the success of these debates, we now have a debating program for the next academic year, covering a range of subjects. Do all lives matter? Should children be raised gender neutral? And does true democracy even exist? And we'd encourage you to get involved in those. The format's going to be the same. We're going to get in passionate speakers who are going to promote their points of view. And at the end, you'll debate whether or not that's something you believe in or not, because that is a skill, to be able to promote a point of view, whether it's yours or not, but also to be able to listen to what other people's points of view and take on board and understand those points of view. Also next year is going to, or the next academic year, which will start in late August, early September, we'll be running our mock court program. where we run a program based on a personal injury type action. And those involved will either be solicitors or they'll be witnesses. And the witnesses have to learn their own, if you like, trade. So whether that be medicine, forensics, fire, or whatever. And again, we bring specialists on over a course of a 6-week program so they can learn how to present their argument, or in the case of witnesses, how to give suitable evidence, either orally or through productions. Next year, we're going to be looking at, although we're running the test this Saturday, a new education program. This is where we have students, certainly for this week, and we'd encourage schools from across the world to try and get involved in this, where they will be teaching or helping to teach children of who are less fortunate than themselves. So, for example, we have students from Scotland, from 2 schools, who are going to be speaking to students in South Africa, who are coming from their villages to a central point, and we're going to help with the English, maths, and science. And in return, they're going to help with music. So they're going to be teaching our students here in Scotland a South African song, so they can learn that. And the charity here is going to try and help them as best we can. As long as they speak English and have electricity, we'll in return try and provide them with laptops or small devices. And those who don't have internet, we're even going to look at seeing if we can provide them with a satellite connection so they can speak to us. So it's a quid pro quo. It's both parties trying to help each other. It's for the kids here in Scotland, it's about self-esteem and confidence, as well as learning how another culture survives. What gets these kids up in the morning, bearing in mind they have, in many cases, no electricity, no running water, little in the way of sanitary, and yet they will walk miles to go to school and eagerly accept any sort of education that's offered to them. Those who have been following the G7 will be aware that the countries have now committed to providing some form of education for the less fortunate, and indeed are pouring substantial sums of money into that. Unfortunately, we don't have any of that money, but we're going to still try and provide what we can to enhance education, not just in South Africa. We're looking at other countries as well to promote and offer something that we have that they can make use of. However, you've not signed on to me. You've come to hear who the winners are of this debating program. For all participants, you're going to be getting a certificate similar to this one here. These certificates will be posted on Friday to your schools, so you should hopefully receive them during the course of next week. But the winners are going to receive this cup, so it's a fairly substantial cup, and Dorota will be announcing that in a short while. But before Dorota speaks, I'd like to call upon Sheriff Susan Craig, who's actually worked with the charity for a number of years, primarily with the primary schools, more latterly with the seniors, to announce the winners, 1 through to 5 of the speakers, both for and against the motion. Susan, can I pass over to you, please?
Well, hello to everyone. I'm sitting in a reasonably mild for Scotland, sunny Edinburgh, and it's coming close to our dinner time here. So I'm sure all of you don't want to sit too long and await the announcement of the various winners and runners up. So I'll be fairly short. I do want to just say a couple of things though, and I'm delighted that Gerald was asked me to take part today, because I thoroughly enjoyed taking part in the debate itself. That's a new experience for me personally, as someone who sits in the capacity that I sit in, but it's very important, and it's important to the senior judiciary in Scotland, at least because I checked with them, that we engage on and in the debate around the issue of judicial independence from government. So I was very, very happy to take part. I was in awe of the contributions that have been made by all of you. And I am sure that you will all benefit from this experience going forward in your lives. I teach as well as part of my role, and I'm involved in a number of international organizations where I meet other judges and educators from around the world. And I have created some very firm and hopefully lifelong friendships from meeting people involved in these activities. And I am sure that that is something that you will find going forward with this. The skills, the obvious skills that debating teaches are very important, but it's the subtle matters, it's the relationship building and the learning to listen and achieving a way of having discussions with others that allows you to be open to the views of others, that are the softer skills that will take you forward in life. So congratulations to absolutely everybody who took part. The fact that you give up your own time to do this is extraordinary, and I'm sure you will all benefit from that. So enough of me. Just bear with me for a moment while I get the announcements here. There were obviously opposition speakers and there were proposer speakers, and I will take the opposition speakers winners first, simply because that's the first ones I have on my list. So in 5th place, we have Zara Albiati, who I hope I pronounced that correctly, who was speaker number 1 from the debate school. Don't know if we have Zara online, so congratulations to you. Zara, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. In 4th place, we have Natasha Biertsky. I hope again I pronounced that correctly, who was speaker number 1 from the number 2 high school in Opole. Natasha?
Yes, I'm here. Yes,
oh, well,
Natasha, you pronounced this right.
Oh, good. Well, I'm very pleased. Well, congratulations to you and very, very well done. In 3rd place, a little bit closer to home from where I am at least, is Darcy Montgomery, who was speaker number 3 from Earlston High School. Darcy, are you with us? I'm not sure if Darcy is with us, but if not, many congratulations to her too. In 2nd place on the Opposition Speakers Award is Olivia Caldecott, who is from the El Limonar School in Mauritius. Olivia, are you with us? I think perhaps not. So anyway, her colleague took 1st place, and that's Isabel Marcos from the El Limonar School in Mauritius. Isabel, are you with us? Well, congratulations to both of the Olivia and Isabel from the same school. Turning now, excitingly, to the top 5 proposition speakers, and you'll understand that I was proposing the subject as well, so my heart is with the proposers. In 5th place, we have Olufaiso. I'm sorry, I'm only squinting this because I'm actually with my reading glasses. It's Olufaiso Aking, who is from Umtata. Olufaiso, are you with us? Perhaps not. I visited South Africa a couple of years ago, and that was a fantastic experience. So well done, Olufaiso. In 4th place, we have Irene Daniel, who was speaker number 3 from the Indian International School. Irene, are you with us? Never mind. In 3rd place, again closer to home, is Maddie Thompson, who was speaker number 1 from the Earlston High School. Maddie, are you with us? Nope. Never mind. 2nd place in the proposers was Manishka Soraj. I'm sorry again for my mispronunciation.
It's Meenakshi. Sorry.
Meenakshi. Okay.
Thank you
well,
very
welcome
much.
and welcome. I'm very glad you're here. It must be really rather late where you are, I expect. And you
not too much. Thank you very much.
Okay. And you were speaker number 4 from the Indian International School, and many congratulations, 2nd place. That's absolutely wonderful. And in 1st place, we have, I'm just going to lean back because that makes it easier for me to read, Sanavi Randev, who was speaker number 1 from the Berlin Brandenburg School. Sunny, are you with us? No. So that concludes the awards for the proposer and the speaker. And I think at this point, I'm just going to hand back to Gerald, who I think is going to then hand over to my colleague in Poland, who's going to announce the overall winner. But thank you and well done again, all of you. It's been a fantastic organization, and in the times of COVID, to be able to achieve this international reach is wonderful. Thank you and bye.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. I can see some of you are actually online, but have gone mute. So congratulations to the winners and runners-up for best speakers. I'm now going to pass over to Dorota. Now, Dorota, for her sins, was actually instrumental in helping me put this together. This program was thought of originally just before Christmas, and it wasn't until February that we decided we'd actually do something here. And Dorota, together with a couple of my staff, and excuse me, and Catherine from Germany, helped us to put this together. So to put something together so quickly, to have 16 countries involved and I think some 300 odd students was quite an achievement. So thank you very much, but I'll hand over now to Dorota.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great honor and pleasure to be here with you today. And I would like to tell you at the beginning that the real tycoon behind this competition and behind this program is Gerald and his team, Tessa, and the girls, Alice and Eileen. Without them, it wouldn't work. Gerald says that I'm participating in this, but in fact, it's all about their hard work. So thank you, Gerald, and thank you, girls, thank you, ladies, for putting this together and keeping it going. This is a great program, and I think it has a wonderful future ahead of it. So I hope that we meet next year with a new topic. Before I announce the winners, I would like to say a few words about the subject matter of this particular debate. It won't be another lecture because I know that you want to know who the winners are. I would like to emphasize that this is an extremely important subject for your personal rights and freedoms that are guaranteed to you by the constitutions of your countries, by the international law. If there weren't for the independent courts, the state would have ultimate and absolute power over the citizens. And of course, judges should be accountable for their actions, but they shouldn't be steered by politicians, no matter how democratically they are elected, because that always leads to abuse of power. So separation and mutual control of powers is the best system that was ever invented, and I really very much hope that it stays that way. And I'm extremely happy that thanks to this debates program, you were given a chance to look at this subject matter from different perspectives, and you could have your own opinions about it. So that's from my part, and now I'm happy to announce that the runner-up for the main award is the Indian International School Team 2. So I repeat, the Indian International School Team 2 is the runner-up. So this is the second place, and I have to tell you that I've been kept in the shadows until today, and I haven't known that a team from Poland won the main prize, and that is the number 2 High School of Opole, Team 1. So I would like to ask a representative of that team to come forward and say a few words.
My name is Natasha. I'm the captain and the representative of my team. And I wanted to say thank you for this great opportunity. It was great fun. Taking part in this debate was a fantastic adventure. We learned a lot. and we could improve our language. And thanks to this project, I could meet great people, and I just wanted to say thank you. And yeah.
Thank you, Natasha. So I'm truly hoping that we'll see you in the next debates, which will be even more controversial than this one. Gerald, can I pass over to you? Thank you all for listening to me.
Dorota, thank you very much, and congratulations to the numbers 2 school in Poland. You've seen the trophy that will be posted to you on Friday, and hopefully your school will get that very shortly. We've got a closing video, I understand, coming up, but can I say congratulations to you all. Thank you very much.